Early this year in January, I was working for a company that hires during the tax season. And so I was super excited, super elated because I just got fired from a job around December. And as they were firing me, this company reached out that same day to hire me. Okay. So as they were firing me, the other company had reached out to hire me. Okay. And I'll talk more about that particular role in another video of why I got fired. So, super excited, ready to rock and roll. I get my onboarding paperwork and different things of that nature. It's a remote role. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. So, I'll go ahead and I sign the offer letter, wait for training to start, and I'm going to training now from home for this particular tax role. And everything was going good till we got about day 3 of training. Now, when it got to about day 3 of training, this is where I get to meet my supervisor. And immediately, y'all, she gets on the Zoom and she's being so rude. She's basically speaking to us like we are 5-year-old children and it's her way or the highway. And she's letting us know, I expect this from you and I expect that from you. And I mean, she's just going down the list of her demands. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's got a little tone in her voice, and I'm sensing an attitude with her. Hopefully, it's not any problems when I actually get to the production floor. Well, the way she was in training was the same woman I got when I hit the production floor. And so now I'm like, okay, you're not going to talk to me this way. And so what ends up happening is she does what's called a breakout, where she's going to coach me because she listens into the phone calls and they're supposed to coach you, grade you, if you're doing anything wrong. So I'm telling y'all, my metrics were good. I'm helping these customers left and right. I'm getting $25 bonuses from helping these customers. And never did she tell me, good job, I'm seeing the work you're doing great. And they would give you a shout out when you got the $25 bonus, okay? Because they were basing everything off of surveys, okay? So the customers would leave a survey if it was a good survey, and you get, I think, 10 surveys that week, then you get a $25 bonus. So I hit that target 3 times and she never said anything to me. I did so good to the point where they upskilled me to security and fraud. And I was working there for about a month and then they upskilled me. That's how I was doing metric wise. And so she takes me into the coaching room and she's basically breaking down everything that I'm doing wrong. And I'm telling you, I wasn't having it. I had already dealt with her attitude in the training. And so I spoke up and I let her know I'm doing everything the way that I was told to do it. I'm reading verbatim by the script, and I'm just laying it all out there. And I tell her, you can go ahead and bring the guy that trained me in here, and he'll confirm the way I'm taking these calls is the way they trained me to take these calls, right? And she's like, well, you could just give it a little bit more. You can give a little bit extra, you can conversate. And I said, y'all upskilled me. The script that they gave us when we're talking to banks to verify the checks, we are only supposed to verify certain information and then we get off the phone. The banks are only calling to verify. We don't stay on the phone to conversate with them. They got a job to do just like we do. And those calls, y'all, were probably like 2 or 3 minutes tops if we're able to confirm the information they're asking and verify that check. And so we clashed, right? She had to look herself and see that I was abiding by the script. And she ended up calling her boss in because my boss has their own boss. Yeah, that's how it works, y'all. And so she called her boss in, and basically, we're just going back and forth. She's saying I'm wrong. I'm telling her I'm right. He basically is telling me, hey, y'all need to calm down, or, you can lose your job. Basically, telling me I'm going to lose my job. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I see how this is going to go. You're her boss. Of course, y'all got longer history. There's, friendship there, whatever. I'm just going to pull back. And usually I can feel when God wants me to like tone it down, don't talk like that, push back. But God didn't do that. And I was like, okay, then I'm in the right, right? And so time had went on. I did continue to take the calls the way in which the script said, and she basically left me alone. The only time she ever reached back out to me was when we did a group coaching where everybody was in there. And this is where it was the turning point for me. So all of us are in the group chat on Zoom. Yeah, because all the other coworkers and we're in there. And all of a sudden she's talking to us, just basically telling us how our metrics are, things we can do to improve, and I'm just sitting back listening because I'm like, okay, I'm doing pretty good metric wise, but I'm just gonna sit back and listen, because me and her already clashed. So a little bit of tension is still there, but I'm there and I'm listening. And she noticed I wasn't speaking at all. And I think she like called me and she's like, hey, are you there? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here. I said, I'm just sitting back, I'm just listening. And then all of a sudden I hear children in the background. And I hear her say, go out, y'all go out. And then you could just hear like a lot of noise in the background. It was just really rowdy. And I was like, oh, she has children. Because I saw a picture of her and her husband. On her profile picture, it's her and her husband. And I found out that she has children. Not only that, as she was telling the children, to go out of the room, she also told us that she has an ailing mother and she's taking care of her mother. So her mother is living there with her. She has little ones at home. She's working a full-time job. Her husband works every single day too, working a full-time job. And I had compassion for her. You don't know what somebody's going through behind closed doors. And maybe that frustration, that anger, that tone is because she's carrying a lot. She had a lot on her plate. And she felt like she had to be this way with us. So she would be in right standing with her own job because she couldn't risk losing it. So it was just a lot going on in my mind. But at that time, that first initial introduction, I didn't know that. We don't know what we don't know until we know. And it's like God pulled back the curtain. He opened up the door and he was like, I'm going to let you see. This is why she's the way she is. She has a lot on her plate. And sometimes she wasn't even at work because she had to do different things. There was emergencies going on. And so the day she wasn't there, I was happy because, oh my gosh, she's not here. I know she's not monitoring me and, messing with me. But it's because her life behind the scenes, it was a lot going on. And so basically the message here is, y'all, we have to show mercy and kindness. We never know what a person is going through. We never know what they're carrying, what's happening in their life. We don't know why they're the way they are. And I hope by the end of this video, you now will look at that difficult person with a bit more compassion, give them a bit more grace, more patience, and just think to yourself, there's no telling what they're going through behind closed doors. And God, I pray that you bring peace in their home, peace in their marriage, peace with their children. Help if that is available for them, God, in their region. If there's resources, God, anything, God, just please give them peace and give them rest, because there's no telling what they're carrying. And then when you do find out what they're carrying, you should pray even more for them. So I pray this reaches who it's meant to reach. Don't be so quick to judge. Even when they got that tone, even when they have that attitude, you never know what they're carrying. So God bless you. And I'll see you on the next video.